This is next level, honestly.
It's gridlocked.
Hello and welcome back to Bangladesh. This is Old Dhaka and I have made the pilgrimage from north to south. It has taken me a lot of time and it is almost the sunset now, around 4:30. And in this video I'm going to wander around what is my favorite area in all of Dhaka, the historical part of the city with old forts and incredible historic bazaars and an atmosphere that takes you back in time with the best food places. And we're gonna start right here at Lalbagh Fort as the sun gets lower there. So just as the sun is setting here, I have entered into one of the most beautiful places in the city, in my opinion, Lalbagh Fort, which is these gardens.
How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
UK! Oh, nice country.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You challenge nam?
The pictures were starting over there, so I found a nice quiet space on this side of the fort to have a moment to myself. And it's 400 taka to enter as a foreigner. If you're a Bangladeshi, it'll only set you back 30. And this fort was built in the 17th century by the Mughals. That's why it looks like a lot of architecture you'll find in northern India and places in Pakistan like Lahore. And although I said it was built in the 17th century, it was never actually completed. The son of the Emperor Aurangzeb started the project, and then his successor's daughter died while construction was taking place, and so it was considered a bad omen, and they never ended up completing the project. And so the main building in the middle there is the tomb to the daughter. Her name was Bibi Patri. The sun is just glowing there behind the fort. I'm going to head on though before it gets too dark, although I think Old Dhaka will still be very lively at dark, but let's try and get a little bit of daylight of some of the streets if we can. I think the best way is to head deep into these streets where the buildings are here towards Shankari Bazaar, and taking a cycle rickshaw is really the only way to do it. It is technically rush hour, so it might be a long, jam-packed journey. Yeah. Wow, impressive feat. Let's try this guy. Yeah. No, okay. His reaction kind of tells me that the way to Shankari Bazaar is probably quite congested. As I know from last time I was here 6 years ago, it is in that direction. Shankari Bazaar? Shankari Bazaar?
Shankari Bazaar?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe it's not that way. He's going in a different direction. I suppose he is going to go round. Whenever I think back to my travels in Bangladesh, and if I try to picture Dhaka, always the cycle rickshaw is the first thing that comes into my mind. It's quite amazing people watching here, especially during rush hour. They are like what gondolas are to Venice. Hello. Hello. Lots of people taking goods, supplies in and out of the old city here. Old Dhaka traffic jam. Deeper and deeper we go. Wow, it just keeps getting more atmospheric, and the building's higher, the streets a little bit darker. This is taking longer than I thought it would. I guess I underestimated the rush hour in this part of the city. I knew it would be bad traffic on the main roads outside of Old Dhaka, but actually within these tiny narrow lanes, obviously there would be some kind of rush hour as well. And it's also really far, and I didn't remember it being this distance. I'm reminded of just how large the area of Old Dhaka is. Always something interesting to watch though. Everywhere you look, something around you, some little workshop, a biryani place, someone carrying an immense amount of supplies, whatever it may be. Coming out to a main intersection here. Hello.
Bangladesh, really good.
So now here in Shankari Bazaar, my rickshaw puller just there going off. Thank you, Donabad. He was very honest with me, I think, because when I asked him how much for that journey, we were going for a long time, and he said 200. I know you locals are going to tell me whether that's the correct amount or not, but to me that seems quite low for the amount of effort and distance that we went, and the traffic jam and having to navigate all the different ways to get here. So I doubled it. I gave him 400. And he was very happy with that. I think he was being completely honest. He had a good look in his eye. And so 200 was the amount he asked for all that way. But in the end, I gave him 400. So what makes Shankari Bazaar so special? This is Hindu Street. And the Shankaris are Hindus, brought here more than 300 years ago by the Mughal emperor. And here you have the smell of incense and different things like flowers and garments and items you're typically used to seeing in India. But of course, Bangladesh is a secular country and it has Christians as well as Hindus, although a Muslim majority. The Shankaris are artisans, and when they were originally brought here, they made things out of conch shells, they made bangles, gravestones, kites, and so their community has grown and grown here. Sorry. Here's an example of some of the artisan goods you can see. The Hindus of Shankari Bazaar today are proud Bangladeshis. They played a pivotal role in the independence movement in the previous century, and in 1971 the Pakistani army came here and massacred, I believe, 212 people, families targeted, grenades thrown in windows, and people shot at, bullet holes in the buildings. And that massacre led to a greater push for independence. Marigold, and a Hindu temple right here glowing in the dark. The smell of incense is everywhere. Now close to here is a place called Sadarghat, and that is where you can take a small boat across the Buriganga River. I did that in 2018, 6 years ago, when I made my Old Dhaka video then. And I'm not going to do it today because it's now dark, it's night, and you can pay someone, I think it's like 10 taka or 20 taka, it might have gone up since then, and they'll take you in a little boat across the river. So if you're doing this a bit earlier than me, I recommend starting at Lalbagh Fort, taking a cycle rickshaw through Old Dhaka to Shankari Bazaar, getting to Sadarghat and getting on a boat, and then trying some local food at any number of places. You can feel just how congested it is here with the traffic of cycle rickshaws and then these tiny alleys. Part of the Old Dhaka experience is just getting on a cycle rickshaw and looking around you. You don't actually have to be on your feet for that much time, because getting to the heart of Old Dhaka, you're essentially on a cycle rickshaw for quite a long time anyway, seeing what there is to soak in. Having left Shankari Bazaar, this is the main thoroughfare. You can tell the people here are Muslims mostly. So a couple of things. Hello. I am hungry and I'm also trying to find a toilet. Both are proving a challenge. I'm trying to walk to get to a road at the end of here so I can get to a rickshaw or an auto rickshaw to take me to a famous local place for some biryani. But it is just so crazy here, just trying to find any old gap to get through. It's so intense. So I've just decided to walk instead of getting on one here and then being stuck in the traffic. And that kind of goes along with my bit of advice, which is don't even try to get around Dhaka like in the north, in the south, in the middle, between like 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. because you'll just be stuck for at least a couple of hours, depending on how far you're going. Hello, hello. Trying to get through any space I can. It's crazy to think there's like this every single day. Unbelievable. I think Dhaka definitely got more busier. It got busier, I should say. It got more intense, more crowded. The traffic is worse than probably I'd say 6 years ago, although there's been lots of positive improvements too. Anyway, I'm going to push on, keep going, and I'll update you once I get through this. It'll just continue for a while, and this video will end up being 45 minutes long if I film every second of getting through here. I had to chime in again because this queue just keeps on going. I've switched to the other side of the street. There's more space to get through. It's quite claustrophobic inducing. You literally are trapped in these streets. The only way out is to walk, and even then it's so narrow. Traffic deadlocked both ways. Working my way through the middle now. Okay, looks like I'm finally out.
This is what's holding everything up. All the traffic coming across this way.
This is the next level, honestly.
It's gridlocked. I don't think I've ever seen a rush hour like this in Mumbai or Delhi or Manila. I just need to keep heading north this way.
Alright, so I've just taken another cycle rickshaw over to a different part of Old Dhaka. I've escaped
The worst of the jam. And there are two biryani places on this street. There is Haji just over there, which I believe is older, but this one, Hanif, has better reviews. It's also got way more people in it.
and a few people have recommended to me to try Hanif for the Tahari Biryani.
And when there's people, you know it's good. So I think I should head over and try it. Let's have a look.
Nice to meet you.
It's good. It's good. Hello.
Hello.
All right, let's head inside. One person. Hello. Hello. Busy place. Buzzing with people.
Right, so I'm sat down and the biryani has arrived.
This is the special for 280 taka. The regular is for 250.
Really flavoursome. And the mutton is tender.
This is Tahari biryani.
There is also Kachi biryani, which looks a bit more red. And Kachi is quite famous with Dakar as well. Maybe I'll try that in another video. Wow, I absolutely...
Demolished that.
Biryani is amazing and better than I expected.
Thank you. Dhonabad.
Right, there we go. Biryani finished. And I am exhausted, even though I don't know how long this video is. And I am going to create more content from Dakar, do some more things, show the modern side probably, and meet some old friends too. So stay tuned for more coming from this incredible, intense city with so much to offer in a different kind of sense, in a way, just the way it opens your mind. Just to finish off here, I'm going to wash that down with a cha.
Hello. One cha.
Yeah.
Cha one. Yeah. Thank you. Dhonabad.
Beautifully made right there on the street here in Old Dhaka. This video was kind of all over the place. It started at Lalbagh Fort and I made my way into Shankari Bazaar and some of the other places, but along the way it got a little bit chaotic, and then I tried the biryani just now, and I want to drink this cha and then kind of recuperate, take a rest. Dakar takes a lot out of you. It's an incredible city and intense city.
Much more coming though from Bangladesh's largest metropolis of more than 20 million. And
if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and let me know what your thoughts were in the comments below. Where else in Dakar should I visit? I think the next one or the one after will be showing a bit more of the modern side of Dakar. So until then, peace.